Welcome back to the Heavy Riffs Podcast, episode 4. As always, this is a church. We worship the riff, praise Iomi, which it's actually his birthday today. I don't know how old he is. Yeah, because your birthday was yesterday.
I was born yesterday. Well, 32 years ago yesterday.
Yes, but sometimes you act like you were born yesterday, but it's all good. Well, it's because we got microphones now, and it's
Every week, man,
we're coming up, trying new angles, trying to... Yeah, I mean, we got microphones instead of a field recorder, which is tight. Can we do ASMR this time? Where it's like super rad this time. This is a church. We worship the riff. Praise Iomi. All right. This episode is brought to you by Mountain Wolf, DoorDash, Cash App, and Weeble, and we will get into that later because I figured out hacks in the atmosphere, if you will. Atmosphere. It is now. Brought to you by LegalZoom. No, but I got hacks, so we'll get into that when it's time for the first break. This episode, we've got day 2 of the minivan tour. There is a werewolf mouse that eats scorpions. Yeah, dude, tight. Our favorite moments from this past week's XFL games. Some Louisianan dickhead pulls his best Norwegian black metal impersonation and burns some churches. The Bayou Boys are coming in hot. Actually, local rapper to us in Baltimore, JPEG Mafia, spits in a fan's mouth. And fans of Mr. Bungle throw their dead friend's ashes on stage. Fucking. All right, moving on. We needed to get that out of here. So, what we got? Day 2 of tour?
Day 2? Yeah, that was day 2. What was, we had left. What was day 2? When we were in Brooklyn? Is that Brooklyn?
We got to figure out where we left off last time, which I think we stopped cuddling together in bed in the Airbnb. And we woke up. And so we're in Long Branch, New Jersey. We wake up, it's another overcast day, and we're hungry as shit because we're hungover. I think we took a couple shots for breakfast and headed to the Jersey Shore, nonetheless.
Nonetheless, let's go to its glorious fall. It is, like you said, cleaning out, it's always moving, and like you said, we're freaking hungover, it sucks. It's early, we need to go on the road again, but we need to get some food, right?
Yeah. So we shoot over to some weird strip mall by the beach, and I think we walked between 3 or 4 different restaurants, just being like, nah, we can't eat here. Oh, this shit's, there's a wait here. Oh, this is bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck, what are we going to do? Settle on A&W, baby.
Everyone else was packed. So I could have probably said something about where we were at because there were people in there.
Oh, yeah.
So because we were trying to go to that one restaurant that had actual stuff like Chinese food,
Actual brunch items.
style items, like wholesome food. But we ended up going to A&W or Stewart's, whatever the hell it was, and walked in.
Oh, it was Stewart's. That's I did it again.
No, but yeah, we walked in there and we're like, I guess we can go in here and eat. And we walk in and what we set at this bar, it was in the 50s style.
Set up like 1950s, yeah.
Elvis just walked out fucking back of the fucking football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That bullshit. But we're sitting there and we realized that there's some beer in there and I think we all kind of joking oh,
You got a Bloody Mary. Oh yeah, hair of the dog. You're the only motherfucker that ever would get. You're the only person I know that would get a Bloody Mary at a root beer restaurant, which is very strange.
Well, I like to try everything whenever I'm at, and like if I like something, I see that they have it, I'm gonna order it, even though I never thought it was good. But that's how you find a diamond in the rough, man.
That is how you find a diamond.
You never know. You can go to the crappiest place and come out there like, oh,
Yes.
it's got the best chicken grits with banana toast.
That's not what we had though. We had chili cheese dogs and BLTs.
Hey, you find some weird shit out there, man.
Okay. So fuck breakfast. We dip. Finally get on the road. And we head to beautiful Brooklyn, New York City, New York. Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato. That's what she says, dude. I swear to God. Listen to what's that? No, Ashanti. No, Alicia Keys. Yeah, shout out. So we're heading to Brooklyn, and we have no clue where we're going.
Dude, we got there so early. I remember we were like, we got there really quick, and of course, like, we're like, oh, we're making great time, and this is gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Like, I thought there was gonna be traffic. We pull up to the city, like, wow, you can see the city in the background. Like beautiful Manhattan when we saw it, and then we're sitting there driving in, and then all of a sudden, New York City, but it was just deadlock traffic. Remember that?
Always.
It was either.
We got there super because it's like a 2-hour drive from New Jersey,
Yeah, it was
from where we were at,
awesome.
and we all had to piss really bad, and we parked. We found like the biggest grocery store I've ever been to. Yeah, and we parked the van there, go inside, do our business. That toilet was disgusting. Someone, yeah, it was either piss or they had really bad plumbing there, but it was fucking gnarly. Yeah, yeah, and I think one of us did. I'm not sure. It definitely wasn't Tom. It definitely wasn't Tom. Yeah. Yeah. So, but the whole thing with Brooklyn is that it wasn't supposed to happen.
True, right. So that was just like a favor. Like,
We were still trying to find out. It was still up in the air. The Robot Jurassic boys were like, just head to Brooklyn. We'll get it figured out while we're there. I guess they're still talking to the tour booker to try to figure something out. And I remember I sent like 4 or 5 venues the day before. Like, oh, dude, I know it's last minute. Please, like, we just anything. Because yeah, we just want to play a show because we're already here. So luckily, something happened where like some venue. Not quite sure the logistics of it, but we eventually end up getting a venue to play at, and not sure what it's called at all. There's just graffiti on the walls, a roll-up garage door, so we just post up there. We don't have a place to stay at all at the moment. Yes. Yes.
all of us were sitting there, and we were looking for a parking spot. We found a parking spot in the venue, and then we just chilled there, and we're like, wow, it's really early. It was like early afternoon.
It was like 3 o'clock at this point, and the show's not till like 8 or 9. And so there's no one at this venue. There's no contact. The number that we had, we've called 100 times. The internet said that this place was permanently closed, so we're just kind of like,
Okay, so what's going on?
Yeah.
Why are we not?
like, fuck, we might be fucked, boys. So luckily, right next door was a pretty dope restaurant / venue, so we just posted up inside of there, just to grab a couple Pacificos. My Uncle Mitch, shout out Uncle Mitch, he lives in Long Island, Staten Island, and So I hit him up. He's a wild man. He comes showing up on his bike. He's like, Ty, there's a clam house down the street. They got Budweisers. I'll see you guys over there. And I'm just like, shout out Uncle Mitch. This place that we were hanging out at was tight, and we wished that the show was there because they had like a venue there. We were like, fuck, can't we just play here? And it's packed. Yeah.
They don't have this here in Baltimore. It was like everywhere. Every restaurant or every bar was a venue as well.
Yes.
And so yeah, we were at that place next door to the actual venue that you guys were playing at. And we're like, and the people kept thinking like, this got a good place because this thing's open and what it is. And Chubbs and them finally showed up, and then like noticed that they were like, yeah, dude, like I don't know what time they're gonna open up the doors, but we play it. Remember they were saying, like, I guess they open at, like, 8?
Yeah.
So we sat there and drank a bunch of beers.
Yeah, we just putting back Pacificos.
And we're sitting there, and we're like, it's like 8 o'clock. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. We're closing out the bar tabs and whatnot there. And we walk out to go check in on the venue, and it still wasn't open.
It still wasn't open. Then
We tried calling,
out of nowhere, the fucking, and of course in that moment you're freaking out. You're just like, God, what a sham. Like, this sucks. Like, we got conned. Fuck. And then like a beacon of light, the fucking garage door flies up, and it was like this weird red room that kind of looked like a log cabin. Like there was like taxidermies on the wall, and it was like this small bar, and it was this beautiful Brazilian woman who opened the door, and we're just like, hello? And she's like, yeah, this is my bar. Are you guys the bands? And we were like, yeah. And she's like, go ahead, set up. We're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Mm-hmm.
What the hell this is. So you walk in, and like you said, you described the room. It was pretty fucking small.
Yeah, it was really small.
It was like you said, it was like a wooden style thing, and it was in the middle of Brooklyn, New York, which made zero sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And the lady was like kind of like bummed, and she was like, she kind of seemed like she just seemed a little off, but she was like this is beautiful, and then she was like very personal. She started opening it up with us. And then, like, you guys start setting up, and then we're like, she's like, this is my soundboard and everything. It was this tiny little mix.
Yeah, it was some bullshit sound, and she had like some shitty first act drum kit, and she was like, yeah, I guess you guys can use that. And we were like, oh, no, we brought everything. So we basically ripped her sound system out of the wall. The Robot Boys set up theirs that they luckily were traveling with. So we were like, okay, cool. Started getting everything set up, settle in at the bar, get our gear loaded in, start shooting the shit with this lady. And at this moment, I guess the guy that had booked the tour had found a local band to open up for the night. And this guy shows up, and he's like soaking wet, and it wasn't raining. He's soaking wet with a bass amp on his back, and he was just like, oh shit, this? Yeah, because this shit was weird. He was soaking wet, and he's like, hey man, my band's not quite here yet, but they're on their way. And we were like, yeah, he was really quiet. Yo. So we're like, yeah, whatever, man. Just get your fucking band here and set up. We just kind of want to hang out at this bar because it was tight. I didn't care about the show or anything at this point. No.
So yeah, we were just like, hey, I think you did say, like, yeah, I think we're just going to drink at the bar. And I was just like,
so this fucking band finally kind of shows up, and they set all their shit up. And I'm not paying attention to anything, but Steve and Chubbs from Robot Jurassic are kind of like, what the fuck's going on, guys? Like, you got to hurry up. Like, you got to play first. And then they were like, oh, we don't want to play first. We want to play last. Our friends are going to come here. And we were like, whatever you want to do, but, like, what's going on? And then eventually I turn around and Steve is pissed. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he goes, they're not fucking playing at all anymore. And I was like, what?
Set up for like an hour.
They took an hour to set up all their shit. And then the guy was like, hey, man, I don't think we're going to play. And I was like, I was convinced that it was a performance art piece. And that was their set, dude.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, and I was like, you pick are in New York. And,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past like a couple of hipsters to be like,
Yeah. Right? Did you fucking? We're so sick that our riffs are silent.
I was just like, oh man, it's like a performance art piece. The guy was so good at it. I've never seen anybody just water.
It's like, yeah, it's weird. It was so strange.
We're just like, all right, man.
So the second that he tells us that he's not playing, we're like, then get the fuck out of here. And we jumped up on stage and we played our set. My Uncle Mitch is yelling at me. He's like, Tyler, you got any songs about the Chesapeake Bay? And I'm like, nah, Mitch, I don't have any songs about the Chesapeake Bay. And he goes, yeah, that was the set. It was me and my uncle yelling at each other. And he starts going, pave the bay. Pave the bay. And I'm geeking out. So we're just like, all right, whatever. We're playing through our set. We're just having fun with it. I can't use half of my pedals because there's not enough power in this place. And like halfway through our set, I look out and there was like 20 people there. It was packed because this room is so small that 20 people just packs it out. And so we finished our set. I was like, all right, this is cool. We're vibing off the crowd. And it ended up being like all these Australians that were walking by. They were like on a business meeting. They were walking by. They heard us playing. The riffs came calling, and these Australians came calling to join in on whatever the hell we had going on in that room.
I was watching it, and I was with your uncle the whole time, like chilling, slamming some Budweisers, and he was like, we were watching it, and then he was mingling like so well with like the bartender.
Oh, he's got the gift of gab.
He was good with that, and then like the Australian people came in, and then like all of a sudden we're all talking, and like the couple that walked in, and then they're like, oh, our friends are coming too, and like they all just showed up, a bunch of them, and they were like really digging the music. I was like, see, like that's rap.
Yeah.
That's how like
It was tight.
That's how like people just get discovered from people just walking up on them. Like you never thought that would happen.
No, and it was cool. It was, and they all think they were like, "Oi, mate, throw some shrimp on the fucking Barbie. That shit ripped." And I was just like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like, thank you. Throw some shrimp on the Barbie, man."
Great accents.
Oh, thanks, bro. So we finish our set. Robot starts setting up for theirs, and I get to talking to the bartender / owner, this Brazilian woman, and she's crying, and I'm just like, "What? Is everything okay?" And she's like, "That was awesome. Like, this is why I do this, because of really cool bands like this. But I'm shutting down, and like tomorrow." She was like, "Today's the last day." So this lady's all, "I'm closing down tomorrow. You guys are the last bands that will ever play here." And we just look at each other like, well, come again?
We're sitting thinking and like playing with all that. She's like, "Hey, what is it? The last band that are playing and closing and going," but she was so upset because she was like pumped.
Yeah.
She was stoked. She was like, "Yeah, I'm closing this place. I'm trying to good memories, but this is like the best thing I've ever had to work on." And it's like,
Oh, yeah. She was like, we're bankrupt. Like, we spent all our money to open this place. But, yeah, Jesus Christ. But she's like, this is why I do this, for bands like you guys to come in here. And she started giving us a bunch of shit. She was just like, yeah, don't worry about a bar tab. Like, all the booze is on the house. Yeah. She was like, take some shit off the walls. Like, you can take some shit.
well, yeah, she was really upset as well because that band dipped on us.
Yeah,
That's why she was so
apparently, the reason that band dipped is because they had problems with the previous owner of that band, of that bar. The previous owners, not her. So she was like, what the fuck did I do? Yeah.
I don't understand. And she's like, I don't understand why people in America are like this. And we're like, whoa, that's heavy, man. Like, that's seriously crazy because she bought that place from the owner who wanted to shut his down because he had such a bad reputation and people hated it.
Yeah.
He bought it for probably a great price. He was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Like, I'm going to restart this. And probably wasn't disclosed that any of that was. Like,
Exactly.
and she gets in there, takes the reins, and nobody goes in there because everyone still thinks that guy owns the place. And like, they didn't change the name.
Yeah, she's a victim of circumstance, man. It sucks.
But yeah, she's like, yeah, she waited for that long, and she was crying. We were just like, whoa, why are you so nice?
We're having like a full blown, yeah. We're having like a full blown therapy session with this woman, and she's like, "You want to do tequila shots with us?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, absolutely. So, Robot plays their set. We keep like everything's just tight at this point. It's like a real cathartic experience because we're like, well, we just closed this bar down, literally. Like, okay. So we head out off into the night. Luckily, during this whole time, I hit up my buddy Matt and his girlfriend Camille, who lived in Bushwick, like right down the street. They said we can crash there. Super fucking rad. We meet up with Camille at like the Star Lounge, I think it was called, which is super rad bar. First, we had to find a place to park where we're just like, fuck it. Like, we're just going to leave the band here.
We parked something like, remember playing the Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yeah.
Like New York, and like where you drive through and the train tracks are above.
We're exactly right there.
We parked right there. And we were just like, oh, this is probably not a good spot to park again. Which is open city streets.
Which luckily it was super tinted and once again looked like an undercover cop fan. So we were like, we're fine. Yeah, right. Boys are coming for you, man. So we go out to a couple bars with them. We have a blast. We eat more hot dogs at that spot, Phil's. Shout out to Phil's. Best dogs. I'm blacked out at this point, just eating dogs. We try to find a bodega so we can get chopped cheeses. Apparently, all the bodegas are closed. I mean, it was like 5 a.m., but the city that fucking never sleeps. Exactly. So we're like, I'm in the streets of New York screaming, I want a chopped cheese. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no chopped cheeses. But it was whatever. We ended up, we ate those hot dogs at Phil's, drank more, go back to Matt and Camille. She makes us like the best ramen. We're playing with her dachshunds.
Is this band fucking serious right now playing?
What are they playing? I can't tell.
Dude, they're playing Fall Out Boy.
Is it gonna pick it up in the mics?
Probably, but
Oh. It's the same band from last. I guess Wednesday is his cover band day.
Wednesdays, man. I mean, like, I loved them when I was younger.
Yeah. Well, it's coming back. All those emo nights. Have you seen that? That shit's. I would go too, but it's kind of a bummer that people would rather go to see a DJ play Fall Out Boy than like go out to their boys' show. Like, we rip, dude. Come see like us. Which, by the way, I'm plugging shows, man. We finally got shows. March 1st in like a week at Tsunami in Annapolis with Tremendous Athlete, who are Baltimore boys. And then we're playing the Depot in June 7th. With Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol, baby. Those dudes rip. Southern fucking. Yes. First two shows of the year. We just ate some dogs and we couldn't get a chopped cheese. And we were eating ramen with Camille and Doc Sheens. Yep. I live streamed Gip and I eating it on our Facebook page because I was that drunk. Oh, yeah. So basically, all we've done so far at this point is eat a lot of food, drink a lot of booze, and like play to Australians, which is tight. Which
I want to try that shit.
Vegemite?
We should try like shitty food.
I'm down.
You know,
We can try Vegemite. I think it's just paste.
it's like liver and like bird shit.
Oh God bless.
Say like you either like it or you loathe it. You know, like,
If it's bird shit, that sounds like how you spread that Wuhan drip.
but I hope it's not that. I want to know what it is. So I should.
So we finally go to bed. We're sleeping on thin ass air mattresses, which better than sleeping outside. But like these boys had no support to them.
We went from sleeping on a king size silk sheet bed, like a couple of
On the beach, on the Jersey Shore,
you know,
to rock solid.
like hardwood floor with like a little paper thing, like air cushion. But which is, that's the way you're so.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, that was so cool for them to let us stay there and crash there. There's a bunch of drunk dudes sleeping on your floor. That was pretty cool, man. That was like really bad.
And they took us out on the town, showed us some real New York, Brooklyn shit. It was badass.
That was really rad. I was like, dude, this is cool. Plus, we saved a bunch of money.
Oh yeah, we didn't spend shit.
We did the room.
And we didn't have to spend any money at the fucking venue because that lady gave us everything.
So we were like, wow, we told this money. Like, we would blow it the next day.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn. And we went to like brunch and like 4 different bars.
Oh, we totally missed out on like 2 of the coolest places ever. During the day, waiting for the venue. I know I'm doubling back. I'm going off on a tangent.
Oh, that one place?
Well,
Shot of beer?
yeah, we got like pickle shots and tequila, and the bartender ended up knowing my roommate at the time, so he hooked it up. And then we were like, yo, we really want some New York pizza. And he was like, go to this fucking spot. Forget the name, but we went to it, and no one dug it but me. It was like Costco pizza, but I love Costco pizza.
One, he's like, yeah, you gotta go here. So I'm seeing like, yeah, because I was ready to have like the best pizza of my life. Because I'm in like Brooklyn and like, oh yeah, New York.
New York.
New York.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was going to have the best pizza ever. Turns out, no.
You were wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, you loved it, man.
I loved it.
We're all like, dude, this pizza sucks. It's not even good. It's got fucking lied to us.
Yeah, we were bummed.
You don't know the pizza.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Costco pizza, and that shit was like the best Costco pizza of all time. So, but Costco pizza is tight because it's like 45 cents a slice, and this shit was way too expensive.
Yeah, we bought like a pizza. It was like, it wasn't a big one. It was like a medium one.
Yeah,
It was like way too much. It was like $22.
but it was dripping with cheese. It was dripping with cheese, though, man. Cheese and oil. So, anyways, fast forward again. The next day, we wake up, we go to brunch, fucking slam, the best brunch ever. Go to a couple more bars, chilling with Camille. She's showing us around the town. And then we set sail for the capital of New York, Albany. And we'll do day 3 next episode. I think that's a good place. Yeah, that finishes off Brooklyn, which ended up being the best part of the whole fucking tour.
True. I mean, yeah, we learned a lot. It was cool. That's cool people.
Actually played to people. So let's go to break. Let's do a couple of ads, and when we come back, we got the Werewolf Mouse, XFL, church burnings, and a bunch of other shit. This episode of the Heavy Riffs Podcast is brought to you by Mountain Wolf, my band. We've been talking about this tour with Robot Jurassic. You can get yourself the reason, the catalyst, the fire that started this whole tour, the Orbiter Split EP. 2 songs by Robot Jurassic and 2 songs by yours truly. If you use code Heavy Riffs, I actually This time, instead of Krishna, which made absolutely no sense. Get yourself 15% off with code Heavy Riffs at mountainwolf.bandcamp.com. The Heavy Riffs Podcast is brought to you by my personal DoorDash link. This is how you hack ads. The best way to get delivery from your favorite restaurants. Act now, get $15 off. That's $5 off each of your first 3 orders when you sign up with my link, which will be in the description. Obviously DoorDash is not endorsing this at all, but I have my own personal link, and if we use it, you get money off. We get money for food for the boys so we can stay eating, so we can save our actual money and invest it in this to make it better for you. So that is DoorDash. Use my link. It will be linked in the description. This episode of the Heavy Riffs Podcast is brought to you by Webull. That is an investment app. Now, if you're like me, you like investing money because it makes you more money. So, if you sign up with the link in the description, you'll get 2 free stocks valued between $12 and $1,400. Sign up and get 2 free stocks using the link in the description. That is Webull.com. Hey, hey, coming in hot. Hey, I've been using Cash App to send money and spend using the Cash Card. Heavy Riffs is friends of the Cash App. If you use my code, we'll each give $15 when you sign up through my link. Who the fuck doesn't like free money? Shit, I don't think I can cuss. But it's all good because we're hacking the atmosphere, bud. Try using my code. We'll each get $5, which is tight. Oh, that's fine, man. Code DQPFBBC with... How the fuck is that the code they gave me? That's all good. So use the link in the description. Use my link in my fucking description so we can get some money. And, if you already use Cash App, make a new email address and sign up with that one. Make 35 email addresses, sign up with that. We'll get 35 times 5 is a decent amount of money. We'll get money. You'll get money. We're sharing the money together, baby. This is a pyramid scheme, and welcome to it. So once again, code Heavy Riffs at mountainwolf.bandcamp.com for 15% off anything of your order. Back to the show. All right, welcome back to the Heavy Riffs Podcast. We've got this guy. It says, meet the werewolf mouse who hunts scorpions and deadly centipedes and howls at the moon. Now, I don't know about you, man, but yeah, how'd you think? W-A-R-E? It could be. Warehouse mouse. So I don't know about you, man, but mice. I know you have a strange relationship with mice. The Mouse Palace. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, coming out to get you.
But yeah, so I killed a bunch of mice, but it wasn't enough because they kept coming in, and it was so terrifying. I don't like mice; they're freaking me out.
Well, dude, this.
I guess I'm a mouse phobia now.
We gotta figure out what a mouse phobia would be scientific. Mophobia. I got a mophobia. So this guy says, have you ever heard of the grasshopper mouse? It lives in the deserts of North America, lives on a meat diet, and hunts scorpions. This is the most metal mouse of all time, dude. Unlike other animals, it is immune to scorpion venom and actually turns it into a painkiller. This boy's getting loose, dude. This boy's getting loose. Probably gets high as shit. And it somehow also howls at the moon. So if the Mouse Palace was infested with 30 of these boys, I don't think you'd be sitting next to me to tell the tale, Bob. You burning houses down. No. So check this boy out.
In the middle of the Sonoran Desert, this mother grasshopper mouse tends to her pups. While tiny and adorable, don't be mistaken. This is not your
I think they're
common house
cannibalistic.
mouse.
They definitely eat
From the
mice.
day they are born, these mice are natural killers. Insects, lizards, scorpions, and even other mice
they eat. They're
are all
cannibals.
on the menu. This mouse is distinguished from most other rodents in its reliance on a meat-based diet. It regularly takes on prey as
Dude, look
large
at this
or larger
scorpion
than
move.
itself.
It's getting high as shit.
Making the grasshopper mouse even more of a standout is its immunity to scorpion venom. Not only can it withstand the typically deadly stings, its body has adapted to convert the toxins into a painkiller.
This is National Geographic, buddy. They definitely set this shit
After
up, though,
a
right?
scorpion, a giant
Like they set
centipede
this up.
might seem easy. However, these centipedes are venomous. A pocket mouse has already fallen victim to its toxins.
I was gonna.
The grasshopper
So is that
mouse
its? Oh
isn't
no,
intimidating.
no, different mouse, dude. The grasshopper mouse, the werewolf boy, is fucking.
This time, the trick up its sleeve isn't immunity.
I want to steal this
but
shit for a music
agility.
video, dude. This shit's fucking rad.
It uses its quick reflexes
Yeah.
to avoid the venom from the centipede's fangs. Before it enjoys another fresh kill, the mouse proclaims its territory
Is that it howling?
by howling. The mouse throws its head back and lets out a high-pitched cry into the night sky, giving it the nickname of werewolf mouse.
Bark at the moon. That's what Ozzy was talking about. Well, okay, so that thing. They set it up, I'm telling you. It's all good, man. Oh, come on. It's a goddamn mouse, dude. I mean, but that's, I wouldn't say that's any regular old mouse. Mophobia. We've termed mophobia. All right, so shout out to us, the homies. No, shout out to us. Yeah, yo, that's you, bud. Shout out to us. A little our own plug. Follow Justin at Justin_Miller. Follow me at Brother Hayes. So these homies, this is a sick. I think when it comes to the XFL, we're only going to talk about the locker room celebrations with Bud Light Seltzer because those are the best. That would be tight. Is that like a boy at the door? Keep it down. That would sound like Gum Boys. We locked in here? We all in Baltimore. Yeah, I locked the door. Nah, that wasn't gunshots. I hope not. Back to the show. We are in Baltimore. There's no gunshots. You're just stoned. And now you're scaring me.
No, I know they're not.
Okay. Yeah, we're keeping it down. We don't want anyone knowing where we're at. best XFL Bud Light Seltzer celebration yet. Is what the XFL coined this one. So this one's tight. I'm calling the Seltzer kickoff, dude. Ooh. They said that's the best one? I think, I mean, that's rad just because of the... We gotta have better ones than that, man. This one, yeah, our boy Boozer. Oh, so this isn't a celebration. Okay. That's tight. So this homie, he plays for the DC Defenders. His number's 69, and his last name's Boozer. He's already the fucking coolest player in the league. So he just comes up, middle of the game. Boom. Slams a fan's fucking seltzer. Booze. That's tight, man. That's fucking rad, dude. Boozer's his last name's Boozer and his number 69. And he chugs Bud Light seltzers mid-game. That. Oh, we're going. Shout out to our homie Slim Jim. Nice. Which speak of the best fucking meme page on the internet is Slim Jim for sure. So the XFL was rad. I think the Defenders won this week. Oh, yes, they are. I thought they were going to lose. I was hitting you up. We were watching the game. I thought they were going to lose. I was like, damn, they're coming. Yeah, kicked ass. That shit's tight. Died. Do you think... Whoa, that's because he won MVP. All around badass. Cyborg? Whoa, dude. Hey, man, all steroid league is what we're calling it. So on to this guy. Loudwire. Says a black metal musician has pleaded guilty to setting 3 Louisiana churches on fire. He's the son, Holden Matthews, the son of a sheriff's deputy, now faces between 10 and 70 years in prison for the crime, which was intended to further his reputation in the black metal scene. Hey, man, been done before, dude. 1993 called Burzum wants Varge and fucking Mayhem and Death want their fucking timeline back, brother. Come on, man. Let's see what these guys say.
Hey, it's Tony with the latest rock news. A black metal
The latest rock news.
A guilty plea admitting to a trio of Louisiana church burnings that occurred over a 10-day period in 2019. Holden Matthews, the son of a sheriff's deputy, now faces between 10 and 70 years in prison for the crimes, which he said that he hoped would help to build
like
his
fuck yeah,
reputation
metal
within the
fucking
black metal scene.
like I got a burning church
Matthews
tattooed on my
admitted to
leg,
being
but
inspired by
like
Norwegian
that's
black
just
metal church
because
burnings of the 1990s,
it looks
and had
tight. Like
posted
don't go out and
photos
burn
video of
down
the first two
churches,
fires
dude.
on social media. He was eventually arrested after a gas can found at the scene of
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
not
fires
literal.
was traced
You're not
back
in
to his
Norway.
credit
Those
card.
dudes,
According to one of the suspects,
those Norwegian dudes were killing each other. They were killing. They were stabbing each other. They were killing. They were shooting at McDonald's, and that was all. It was like to get rid of Western influence in their culture. So over a 10-day period, he burned down these 3 churches. Jesus Christ, man! Hey, oh, he bought a. Yeah, Matthews was arrested after a gas can found at the scene of one of the fires was traced back to his credit card. You're a fucking idiot. You're just, I mean, look at this boy. It's you done botched it, brother. That shit. Oh, this gets into some bull. Now, or this guy. Oregon man is giving Florida man a run for his money. There's not much to this other than just this, which is all you need. Oregon man wheels deer carcass into Walmart to distract security while he steals beer. God bless. God bless with the Oregon man.
It's so much work to do that. Like,
That's an aerodynamic. Mullets are aerodynamic, dude. Do you see that mullet, bud? He smells like dead deer, man. What the fuck, man? Ed Bassmaster, he was. What was his whole thing? He'd like get real close to people and be like, Psh! "Oh yeah." Psh! So this happened at 12:20 p.m., which is the best part. Midday, dude. Pre-lunch, dude. Says he entered Walmart around 12:20 with a cart full of emptied beer cans and a deer carcass, smelling like shit. He's intoxicated, picked up multiple 24-ounce beers, attempted to conceal them in his cart. Like, was he using it like a tauntaun from Star Wars, like stuffing the beer inside the dead deer carcass? Why, if you're trying to remain inconspicuous and steal a bunch of beer, why are you rolling in there with the... Execution was poor, but he had the right idea, dude. Cited, hey, he looks tight. Cited, released, and described as a transient. No shit, dude. Look at that boy, dude. Fucking Oregon man. Jesus Christ. All right, so homie, JPEG Mafia. We played a show with him back years ago at the Wind Up Space. And that shit was rad. It was like the first hip-hop show we had ever played. We were like in the middle of all these hip-hop acts, and the crowd dug. I was like, Tom, just play hip-hop beats, man. We'll figure it out. And he was like, fuck yeah. So JPEG Mafia is fucking tight. My man's from 856 who records a bunch of hardcore shows. It's like one of the most prolific hardcore filmographers out there. Captured this little snippet. Now, you got to listen carefully because this girl in the crowd says, "Spit in my mouth, daddy." And homie delivers. That girl went home and flicked her bean so hard after that, dude. God, I don't know. Fuck this guy. Funny little boy. That's his name. Spit in my mouth, daddy. So shout out to JPEG. He's daddy, dude. I mean, if you're just fucking. That's a drum throne, man. Give your shout out to all the drummers out there with weird thrones.
I mean, I don't know. I have a drummer myself. It's weird when you adjust your drum sheet, like straight up. Like you can tell someone's playing your drums with like either the seats at a different angle or fucking too high or too low. There's like a sweet medium, and like if it's not in the right spot, the whole vibe is off.
Throws everything off, and you can't jam.
It's all muscle memory with drums that you're looking at that. And then just like sitting on it weird, and then like you adjust the seat, go in, and try and play, and you're just like, watch this. I don't know. It might just be me, but it has to be like, I guess feng shui, dude. Is that you say
feng shui?
And that's not French.
What is it? Italian? Oh, that makes sense. It's the Japanese art of feng shui. Feng shui. So this dude's a fucking badass. I'm gonna mute this video because it doesn't And it's kind of like a slow burn. So this homie, this bar's being held up by gunpoint. And this guy refuses to put his smokes down. Slamming a beer. Dude, and then check this out. Homie comes in with a fucking rifle. This is my biggest fear. Look at that gun, dude. He's like, nah, I'll keep my phone, brother. Yeah, he's like, this guy's crazy. He's probably you think, how drunk do you gotta be? Just be like, yeah, it's all good. Look. He's lighting up a smoke, man. He's like, yeah, I mean, there's like, what, 3 people at this bar? He's probably just like, whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, everything's going to be just good. He's wasted. So this keeps going on. Dude comes back out, not giving a fuck. He's like, what are you going to do, brother? Yeah, well, it's just this. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, there's no. So he comes up to this guy. He's like, yeah, I got my wallet. And this guy's like, man, you ain't getting shit from me, boy. What is he smoking that just like stays? Yeah, he's watching something. That screen's going fucking haywire. So he grabs his money. Oh, he doesn't ever. He's just smoking this other guy's just like, shit, I guess I gotta join him. But he already gave him all the money. The bartender comes out, empties the drawer. I mean, I'd be fucking terrified, man. This guy's got his arms up. I mean, this guy, he's not trying to be. He's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you, man. I'm not afraid of that big old rifle you got, bud. He's like, you give me your money, dude. And then homie just dips. So, shout out to like the biggest balls on the planet. All right, so this shit. Friends throw dead fans' ashes on stage during Mr. Bungle show. So this dude, Dakota Young, bought tickets to the show, and he was going with his homies, and then unexpectedly died. So it sounds like his homies took his ashes, wrapped in the dude's underwear. It says video footage shows the ashes wrapped in a pair of Young's underwear flying through the air, leaving a trail of dust and exploding in a puff as they hit the stage. That's pretty brutal. So from Metal Sus, I had this video. I'd be like, oh, that's it. That's all I got. It is a shitty clip. Well, you can see him. Oh my god, they're just covering. What's homie's name? Mike. Yeah, there's. Yeah. Oh, the cleanup crew. I'd be like, well, this is like human remains everywhere. Like, I get the. Yeah, the symbolism. I understand. Trying to be a home. I understand trying to be a homie. Maybe fulfill your boy's last wishes, which just probably wouldn't be that. But his mom and like his family's like, "What? Did you leave any left over?" Yeah, they're like, "Nah, we wrapped him in his underwear and threw him at Mike Patton." Like, woo, doggy, that's fucking gnarly. I'd be kind of bummed. I'll be like, so what was that? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was about to say. Be like, ooh, who's throwing white powder at me, man? Yeah, I start snorting it. I'm like, God bless. That's hard. That's burning, boy. Ooh, doggy. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's just not cool, man. It's like a therapy session that you don't have to pay for.
Next week, what's today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
Takes us a little while to get through the editing process. It's Tyler running the video clips and putting it all together.
It's a lot of work.
So, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and we are seeing growth. We're getting subscribers. We're getting interactions, comments, likes, all that. So make sure you do like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Smash that like button.
I wish it made a sound like that when you hit it.
Oh, the power of editing, baby. Look.
That was big, dude.
I'm going to edit a bunch of dope shit into that, and it's going to be like... Send us your music, man.
What was the link again?
The email is heavyriffspod@gmail.com. Hit us with your projects. Well,
Give us some suggestions or stuff that you would want to hear from us.
let's do a question segment. Send us your questions. We'll feature you on our joint.
Just have questions for anybody.
The sky's the limit, man. We can do whatever we want.
We're like the XFL. We're going to listen to the fans.
Yes.
So just tell us what we need to do. Tell me if I need to go home. Tell me if I'm is that boy thirsty? Yeah, dude. Send us some beers.
Send us beers, baby. We don't have an address.
Just scratch out this for beer money.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, send us your money, man. So, that wraps up this episode. This was the 4th episode of the Heavy Riffs Podcast. We'll be coming at you. We're not stopping, man. You can't stop us. Because this community now needs a positive voice, and we'd like to be that voice for you.
Well done, boy.
Cut.